Welcome to Fantasy Football Waiver Wire. This is players to pick up for Week 15 in the NFL. Quarterback Joe Flacco. The Ravens are in a must-win game in Week 15. That means that Joe Flacco needs to play his best game of the year, and he usually does this time of year. Running back Bilal Powell. With Matt Forte injured, Bilal Powell will be the number one running back for the Jets. He had 148 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns, as well as 34 yards receiving in the last 2 weeks. Running back TJ Yeldon. If TJ Yeldon is still available, pick him up immediately. He had 114 yards rushing and 58 yards receiving in the last 2 weeks. He is the number one running back for the Jaguars with Chris Ivory out. Wide receiver Ty Montgomery. Montgomery is listed as a wide receiver, but recently he has been used as a running back. He is coming off his best week of the season. You may want to ride the hot hand. Wide receiver Chris Hogan. In the past 2 weeks, Hogan had 152 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. Even though he faces a tough Broncos secondary, he is one of the better options available. Tight end Kyle Rudolph. If for some reason Kyle Rudolph is still available in your league, you should pick him up because he has a great matchup against the Colts in Week 15. Defense, Buffalo Bills. The Bills defense is going to be facing a Cleveland Browns offense that is ranked second last in the league in points per game. Kicker, Novak. Novak has had a tremendous season this year. He has had more than 7 fantasy points in all but 2 weeks. So the players you should pick up this week are Joe Flacco, Bilal Powell, TJ Yeldon, Ty Montgomery, Chris Hogan, Kyle Rudolph, the Buffalo Bills defense, and Novak. Next will be my final edition of players to pick up in fantasy football for this year.